Tell me we get what we deserve. Oh, we get what we deserve. And we're down we go. Oh, 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 we're down we go. Oh, 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 oh. So we're down we go. Way down we go. Whoa, you let your
Whoa, welcome back to the stream, everyone. Thank you for watching. This is another edition of live Marvel Future Fight from Silver Spring Gaming. X-23, Adam Morlock. They're new. They're great. Apparently, Adam Morlock, not so much. X-23 looks like a good character. Now, I'm being reserved on my X-23 biometrics. And I just discovered today that you can actually gain biometrics through completing at least target number 4. You can get X-23 biometrics. I hope you like the intro song to the stream today. It's Calio, Way Down We Go. The song you may know or may not know from Logan. Good song. Oh wow, there's autoplay now for this? Is that new? Has there been a recent update or patch? Because I don't remember there being autoplay for this. That just makes this mode a heck of a lot easier. And as a matter of fact, that makes farming for X-23 biometrics a heck of a lot easier, because you may or may not know that you can actually get X-23 biometrics from here. Unless, you want to get a biometric subscription. I'm not exactly sure if that gives you X-23 biometrics, but I'm pretty sure it might. A lot of people are still boycotting because Ant-Man, Blue Marvel, and Nova are not obtainable through paywall. And this is what I have to say to... It's interesting, side note, that Beast uses his skill that gives you a buff off break. That's good AI. And right here, ladies and gentlemen, if you can please turn up your speakers, I have a special message from someone who you know very well. And this is to all of the people out there who are crying, complaining that they can't unlock a character when there are already a million characters to unlock in this game anyway. That they can't unlock this character by paying for them. Well, you know what? You can't pay for everything. Sometimes it takes hard work and dedication, folks.
In time, you will know what it's like to lose. To feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail all the same.
So, I agree. I wish I could unlock Nova and Ant-Man. But you know what? If you were able to unlock them, it'll just make this game a million times easier. Netmarble wants to force players to find a strategic way in order to unlock certain characters. How do you unlock Ant-Man or Nova? You have to have a lot of purple crystals. You have to, I think, the crystals of omnipotence. You have to have a lot of those. You have to have a lot of antimatter. Okay, there are ways to unlock them. People have to those characters. Yes, you can't get them right away, but guess what? You're not going to be spoon-fed every time. Sorry for my rather slow vernacular tonight. It's been a 15-hour day at work. It's one of those days. But I'm streaming because this update is phenomenal. You have to see it. Autoplay. Great, now I can just sit back and watch this as Wolverine kind of destroys everyone here. Alright, you know, I'm going to switch into Strange just because of the top advantage. So my most recent Shadowland clearing, I made it to Shadowland 29. I soloed about 19 of those Shadowlands. Actually, maybe about 21. And then a few Shadowlands I used all three characters to not in order to beat the Shadowland, but to get extra rewards and stuff, and yes, probably to beat it as well. I'm working my way to a 30v30 for Shadowland, although for the last few Shadowland it's going to be very, very difficult, especially Shadowland 27, 28, and 29. I haven't made it through to 30 yet. Actually, 28 not too bad, but Shadowland 27 will be a little tough. And 29. The Black Order. I used Phil Coulson for Shadowland 28, and I should have saved him for Shadowland 29. That's the one thing I'm going to correct next time. And wow, Ultron does a lot of damage. I'm going to go ahead and switch in the screen. I'm playing this right now so you can see that X23 biometrics are obtainable even if you've beaten this already. So if you have an MRUT Mega Rank Up ticket, you could use it for X23. That's what I'm debating on right now, if I should use an MRUT for X23. Doctor Strange wrecking house. Alright, so now I'm just going to go ahead and manually play this because I'm done just watching. I want to just go ahead and speedrun this really quickly. At least until I unlock some more X23 biometrics. Okay, let's see. Now I think it's all RNG here, folks. Alright, 2! Woohoo! I got two X23 biometrics! Sweet! So, as you see, folks, she is obtainable. You just gotta play a little bit for her. I mean, yes, throughout the entire run, you'll probably get 10. Probably. I'm just guessing. Anywhere from 5 to 10, at least. Because I've already unlocked about 6. And and I'm not sure about number 3. Okay, definitely target number 1. I'm not sure if this is quite generous with the X23 biometrics. But, you know, she's obtainable. Right, what I'm doing now is I'm thinking... should I use an MRUT for X23, or can I farm her? And these are one of the decisions that, you know, you'll have to make. I start her as one of my favorites, so she can be first on my roster. I like to put whichever characters I'm working on in front of my roster as favorites. That way I can farm their bios easier. I can kind of keep track of them faster. As you can see, I've unlocked many characters already. You know, it'll only be a matter of months before I finally 6-star everyone, and then it'll just be a matter of T2ing. T2ing on a lot of the story mode characters is going to be fairly easy, but some of the other characters I'll either have to wait for a ticket or I can rank them up a natural way if I end up running into additional biometrics. I've been saving up. I haven't tried to save up gold. I've just been accumulating vast amounts of gold over the past 2 or 3 days. And I already have I'm already at almost 30 million gold. So it pays to kind of save a little bit. Over here, now just by mere coincidence, I was saving Punisher biometrics because I wanted to T2 him naturally. I wanted to get the Marvel Daredevil because I saw the show, saw Punisher season 1, and man, it is pretty cool. So I thought, hey, I really want to get this uni and I want to rank it up. But then all of a sudden, you know, there's a new update and Punisher has a War Machine-like armor. You know, you might as well give everyone an armor. You might as well give it, you know, if you're going to give Punisher. But it's fitting for Punisher. More fitting than anyone else. Man, this looks pretty sweet. And I think this might make Punisher, you know, move up the tier ranks. Because he gets plus 15 attack and defense, of course, and then he has this move which guards against 8 hits, so he can do a lot of damage. Decreases skill cooldown, so you can, you can build him with skill cooldown Uru to just constantly have guard against 8 hits, and it has a 9 skill cooldown. You probably can get that to 3 or less. So you'll always be guarding, and with healing, either ISO or Obelisk, you're talking about a lot of longevity with the Combat Punisher Marvel Legacy uni. Oh, and by the way, it decreases all damage received by 15%. So, that's something to think about. I'm tempted. I'm really tempted. I almost have enough gems to get this and something else. I don't have a gem package right now. I don't have a biometrics package, so I'm just kind of grinding it out. A lot of players out there are, boycotting, but you know what? Even more players are still paywalling the crap out of this game. And you can tell because when you go into the ranking for X23, so many people have already tier 2'd her. And I'm pretty sure that that was not through your normal grinding methods, unless you've been playing this game since day one and you've saved every item and you just can unlock any character. So people that are just complaining and boycotting are not benefiting from the game that like they want to. So it's unfortunate, but there is a way. Look, I'm almost 2-starring Ant-Man, and that's sort of an accomplishment in itself. Just a natural way, just by getting biometrics by farming. You can go over here. How do you farm those biometrics? Well, it's not necessarily farming per se, but what you can do, and you know what, Santana, another really good kind of uni. She recovers HP, recovers more HP. Pretty good. And blinds guards against 8 hits. Phenomenal. And not to mention the plus 10 attack and defense. And she's looking like she's pretty hot there, rhetorically speaking. Where's I going? Okay, so what I'm doing now, there's a lot of things I'm up to right now. Again, Thor, I put him at the front of my list because I am trying to get more Thor bios so I can upgrade his uniform, thus get better rewards for the cinematic battles. And I'm calling it now, folks. There's going to be an Infinity War cinematic battle. There's also going to be a huge Infinity War update. It's going to be phenomenal. There's going to be a slight Black Panther update, an event when Black Panther comes out. They might even introduce some other characters like Killmonger. It might be a villain. So we're going to see. We're going to have to wait and see. It's going to be great. I'm anticipating Black Panther will get a uni. When Infinity War comes out, Black Order will probably get a uni. That would be pretty cool because they don't have any unis, if I'm not mistaken. There's some of the natural T2s that do not have unis. I really thought that with Thor Ragnarok we were going to get an Odin uni where he was kind of wearing regular street clothes, or he looked like a homeless person and he had all sorts of crazy moves. Or, but no, that's not the case. That wasn't Odin. And Thor Ragnarok, minor spoiler. That scene wasn't even in the movie, unfortunately. But Hela, she has very good survivability. I wish they had made her a little bit stronger, given her some more invincibility or some. What I really wish is for them to these debuffs instead of 1 second, maybe 2 or 3 seconds. Because I mean, if you had seen Ragnarok, Hela just wrecks everything. So she should be, beyond powerful in this game. But that's okay. I naturally T2'd Black Bolt to get the invincibility from his Sonic Scream. So it's pretty good. So, wow. So much to do right now. I'm just, farming. The next character, I'm just going up the list, whichever character comes next. I'm just trying to 6-star every character that I can and rank up everyone's gear. And then once I do that, I move on to the next character. And as you can see, right now I'm opening up Drax Rifts and slowly playing timeline battles to get Warwolf's biometrics. And speaking of timeline battles and everything, let's go ahead and do some of these game modes. All right, timeline battles has been reset. Let's look at the who is blocked this week for no restricted characters. So we're gonna have to go all out here, folks. Let's go ahead and set up a strong team. This looks pretty good, right? Thanos, Strange, Wolverine. I'm very tempted to throw in Quicksilver because I've had a lot of success with Quicksilver, even though he's not really maxed out yet. It's at level 55. But then again, you know, I could just very well interchange him with Blue Marvel. So let's see, let's just do a timeline battle just for fun's sakes. Oh, also Jean Grey, I forgot another meta character. So there are a lot of decisions, you know, one can make. Quicksilver is really good. Is he a counter to Jean Grey? I don't know. It's Strange. I really, this is where you have to make some really tough decisions. If I had Jean Grey maybe level 60, I'm still trying to, you know, obtain bios for her. Of course, I could just use all of these, you know, naturally. But it's going to take some methodical thinking in order to use the right bios and save the right bios. Like Magneto, I can farm those. I can use all of his, not a problem. Captain America, I can get 30 per day, and to tier 2 him naturally, I only need 75, and I can farm one day, so I only really need 45 Captain America bios. Right now farming Elektra, don't want to use those. Punisher, I might get his uni, so I might want to upgrade that. I could use tickets and stuff, but I want to save those, so you know, I'll just keep those biometrics. Same with Hela. Farming Drax from Timeline, so I don't want to do that. I'm kind of ranking up Caecilius. I've fully 6660 Ancient One, Mordo, Wong, so Caecilius is naturally there. I could use them and just keep farming them. That wouldn't be really a problem. Same with Red Skull, you know, all of these characters. I've already ranked up Amadeus Cho to where, you know, I feel comfortable using them. So, you know, Rogue, I really don't need Rogue biometrics. I'm actually constantly replenishing them because of the event. Kingpin, I can always farm him. I'm really interested in farming him right now, but I am in the future. Same with Mockingbird and Ronan. So I can use these biometrics and won't really harm. Let's see if I can get her to level 59. I am going to have to sacrifice some biometrics that I may not want to sacrifice right now. I'm not really ranking up any of these characters, so I can just afford to do that. Black Panther, I kind of want to not get rid of them because I know something's good's coming up for him. So I'll keep Angela. It's hard to get. Hulkbuster, I think I still need those. Yondu, maxed them out. I can afford that. Storm. Lincoln Campbell, you know, why not? Kamala Khan, her bios are hard to come by, so, you know, I'll just keep those, even though they're two. Robbie Reyes, I already have them maxed out. Same with Iron Man. And, oh, Iron Man, I think we'll get an Infinity War uniform. I think it'll make Iron Man a very, very good, strong character. Ghost Rider or Black Widow. Groot. Go ahead and just use all of these biometrics right here. Just see if we can get Jean up to level 59. I know I'm slowly progressing. Let's see. Oh, come on. I just need like one more biometric. So Coulson. Alright, so I need more Nebula. I can farm Nebula, but you know, I haven't, God, I'm just being picky right now. These biometrics I really want to keep. Let's see, War Machine. Okay, I'll just give up a little bit of War Machine. I feel like he might get an Infinity. Everyone's getting an Infinity War uni. That'll be cool. So, is my Jean Grey ready for Timeline? She's still at level 59. Not exactly there yet because I can't max out her gears, although I really want to, and that'll be very expensive. And I'm definitely not going to use any of Agent. So just to calculate how much it's going to cost, it would cost 200, 300, 370, 300, 400, 300. Wow, that's a lot. That's already 500 biometrics. 600 biometrics. 700. It's gonna cost almost 700 biometrics to rank up Gene from level 59 to level 60. That's a lot of biometrics. You know, these that I've obtained from Shadowland only begins to scratch the surface. So Shadowland floor. Sorry if you're getting some of that raspy feedback. I apologize. Shadowland floor. All these rewards, making up to Shadowland 29. Beating Shadowland 29 gives you a legendary. So that's pretty good to look forward to for later. Hey Shock, how's it going? Thanks for watching the stream. Man, it's great. It's great to hear from you. Timeline battles. This is for the first time in a long time. I just auto ran all of Timeline battles so I can get the 1.2 million gold bonus in addition to the crystals. And the team that I had set up was Thanos, World War Hulk, and Quicksilver. And that team actually went 44 and 26, which wasn't that bad for autoplay. And again, those characters aren't maxed out fully, so I thought that was pretty good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and collect all of these really good rewards, collect all of that good stuff. About 1 million gold, 100 crystals, and a lot of this is from Shadowland and Timeline battles, so it's good stuff. Shadowland 29, I'm gonna say Phil Coulson for that. I used him earlier when I shouldn't have, but I could have easily looked it up, but I kind of wanted to just explore it for myself. One thing I would like to improve upon this game, and Shock, since you're watching, maybe you can give me some suggestions, are cards. These are the cards I have equipped. They're kind of your basic cards, but I have some other cards that may be worth equipping. This is something that I just recently got. Gwenpool, all attack. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, that's going to be great. I really want to use Hulk's, get Hulk's Mythic, because in Cinematic Battle, if you have Hulk's Mythic, then what it does is it gives you a really fantastic prize. Check this out. A CTP of refinement if you have the mythical Hulk uniform. So that's what I really am trying to get. I have Mythic for World War Hulk, but Thor's Ragnarok is where I need to be. Back to cards. So I really want to equip some of these cards. Just don't know which ones. This one looks pretty good. All attack, max HP. That's great for characters like Sharag, who benefit from having HP and can accumulate higher amounts of damage output. Characters like Strange, who can recover, and especially Hulk, who can recover health. Thor, that one looks okay. Energy attack, good for Strange. Cooldown duration, that looks pretty good. So I'm still trying to figure cards out. I have a few. View card effects. So I guess this is what it does. Can you change this? It says combine. Okay, well. I would really like to collect all of the cards, actually. Just if you have the complete set, does that do anything? I've locked some of these just because they look sweet. And I have some of them because I am a comic book reader. So it's really interesting to see these cards in this game. The Marvel Zombies was a crazy series. I'm afraid to combine because I feel like it's going to change some of the good buffs. So this would actually be better because energy attack you get 5.1, all attack 5.6, so that's an overall attack of 11, right? 11.1, and this has all attack 10%. So is it better to just equip this? And I get more max HP, cooldown duration, more I'll lose a little bit of all defense. But energy defense is better, and a lot of people use energy. Get rid of shield number 8 for Gwenpool. I wish I knew how to do that. You know, these numbers next to the card, what does that mean? So why is this a 2? Why is this a 2? Should I keep upgrading cards? Because I could just keep upgrading. I'm always constantly having fresh rounds of cards. This is something I have to explore a little bit more and really understand and get good at. This one looks pretty cool. So, big question, Shock. Okay. Should I use an Emrut on X23? I have 147 bios. If I use it, I could probably get her to plus 18 or 19 and then just farm her from there. Or should I use it on one of the ultimates? Or should I save it for Black Panther and Killmonger or Infinity War? I really hope Captain America gets a Nomad uni for Infinity War. That would just be amazing. I'm really tempted to rank up X23. I'm just so tempted. And now with the Disney Fox merger, you know, X23, she might make an appearance one day. Some people have been complaining her claws are absurdly long. I honestly thought at some point they were going to have an Old Man Logan uni. That would have been amazing. Xenomorph Queen Alien. Hey, welcome. Welcome to the chat. Xenomorph Queen Alien, it's amazing. Surprisingly, Vulture's pretty good. Many iframes in his in this uni. I was able to clear one level of Shadowland over 10 with Vulture by himself. It was a villain one, where villains must be used, and I used it against Caecilius, Hela, and another blast type character, and it was like Shadowland 12. Vulture did the job. Symbiotes are fun. Oh, actually, I play Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and I interact a lot with the symbiote, the Venom symbiote, because he is one of the most amazing characters in that game. So, symbiotes, as a matter of fact, I just naturally tier 2'd, or tier 2 the normal way. One of my most favorite symbiotes, Anti-Venom. You know, the Venom symbiote that was dormant in his cells. Oh, so you think that Marvel's buttering people up in order for Black Panther? That they're just giving them a little taste of this? Well, I mean, they do make it challenging to unlock some of the ultimates. You know, because it's at this rate, it'll take a very long time to farm. He stands like a zombie. Yeah, I agree. He stands like his Marvel zombie alt. Oop, I haven't collected this in a while. I'm just doing this for biometrics now because, you know, I need every biometric I can get to rank up the natural tier 2s. Like Quicksilver and Jean. Okay, here we go. Let's try this a few times. So this requires an exorbitant amount of resources. So I guess this is the only way to... Well, I got a Nova one. That's something to look forward to. Alright, hit the jackpot with Anti-Man right there. So now I can 2-star Anti-Man. Yeah, and at this rate, it's... Oh, wow. It'll take a very long time to... If you only got the ultimates, that would be awesome. If you could pick which ones you could get. But another way to, if you're running low on resources, I discovered what I ended up doing after a while. I was really trying to fight the RNG and just trying to do as much as I can, but, you know, it's impossible. Venom, Scream, and more symbiotes. Oh yeah, they could. Look, this is what's gonna happen. If the Venom movie by Sony really does well, they're gonna add a lot of symbiotes in this game. Oh, I had all the Scream. Yeah, Scream was pretty good. You know, they don't have a female symbiote, and that's something that they might add. Carnage. Carnage is the most sinister symbiote. They could also have, there's a combination of the symbiotes. I think it's Poison. No, Toxin. Toxin would be an amazing symbiote. Maybe an Agent 13 Uni. Toxin. That would be kind of fun. I used Dr. Octopus, the Superior Spider-Man, in Shadowland 27, along with Thanos and Quicksilver, in order to trap and to web up Dormammu and Santana and Hellstorm. So he webbed them up while Thanos and Quicksilver just went to work, and that's how I cleared Shadowland 27. Oh, Superior Venom. That might be a possibility as well. What I love about this game is Netmarble just does they just bring every iteration of the characters into the game. They're not afraid to just say, you know what, we're gonna give you this amazing character. And the detail on the costumes is getting a lot better. Look at the detail on Scourge's armor. It's great. You know, compared to, you know, previous unis that weren't so crisp. Now, I don't want to guarantee, but I'm probably about 75, approaching 80%, giving it an 80% chance that we'll have an Infinity War Hulkbuster. We have to, right? There has to be one. Because he definitely has a scene in the trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer, go ahead and check it out. I've watched the trailer at least once a week. I'm so hyped for it. I really like the fact that they added this reset button, and as a matter of fact, a few weeks ago I went into support right here. Netmarble is really good about taking feedback. So if you go into support and you go here for feedback for improvements. Nice. Oh, T2 Hulkbuster is so rewarding. Congrats. Congrats, definitely. feedback for improvements. Here you can tell Marvel, look, this is happening in the game. For instance, there's a minor glitch right now that if you go into lab, if you go into right here warp device, if a character levels up and then you push OK, the frame for where they level up, usually it flashes and then it dims out, but now it just flashes and it stays flashed. So that's like a little bug. Usually when I find stuff like that, I usually let Netmarble know. Oh yeah. Yeah, Adam Warlock. Man, you have to save up. It's like saving up for Jean Grey again. You have to save up for Adam Warlock, because the only way to really get him, location, get a new character from the store, and then it costs what, like 6,000? Yeah, 6,600. Tier 2 3-star Adam Warlock. That's gonna take a while. Maybe if Netmarble, with every Marvel movie release, they gave us a gift of, you know, 2,000 crystals like they did last time, then maybe, you know, that might appease some people. If it appeased me, I'd be closer to unlocking Adam Warlock, because at this rate, someone did the math earlier. I saw online, someone did the math. You can get up to, you know, a few thousand crystals per month if you play all of the game modes. Update. Everything's getting an update nowadays. Sorry about that, folks. Something that I really need to do for my alliance, go into alliance battle. I'm just going to go ahead and clear this out real quick. Just going to go ahead and use Strange. I'm not going to use Hulk because I'll need him for ABX. Who's good for ABX for villain power? Carnage? I tried Sandman earlier. I got it up to 70,000, but I want to get over to 100. Haven't been able to do that with the Hulk just yet because he gets silenced, unfortunately. Oh wow, T2 Hulk. I'm just reading that. Hulkbuster, Wasp, Ultron, nice. Wasp. I also think Wasp will be getting another uni in the future, sometime this summer, because Ant-Man and the Wasp is coming out, and you know apparently they're going to be in Infinity War, so they have to survive Infinity War, right? In order to have their own movie. In any event, I think they're going to have a uni, and Wasp will have her debuff effect, which is one of the, which is great. It's great for fighting Strange in timeline battle. She might have an additional effect as well, just because they tend to treat the movie unis a little favorably. However, people were upset that the Gamora uni was not as good as it could be. My favorite daughter, Gamora. So, um, when I first started playing this game, I started the Epic Quest, and I realized that the Epic Quest cost a lot of resources. But what I ended up doing is I just went all in because I knew. Oh, nice! Congrats on level 70. I went all in on Strange because I immediately recognized that he was a very strong character, and then I came to know that he's pretty much one of the best characters. Ooh, nice. Putting Ura on Thanos, making him extra strong. Yes, yes, a badass Alliance battle soundtrack. I agree. I really like the old soundtrack with this game. The I used to get so hyped for that. So of course I have to use this natural strength 50% increase. Now Sandman, I really didn't. He's not optimized by any means. I just kind of rushed to tier 2 him because I realized how strong he was after reading on his skills. Oh yeah, Carnage was once a hero. Carnage is currently alive in the comics. He was killed at one point. He was taken up into space by the Sentry and ripped in half. A lot of people want the Sentry in this game. They feel that he would fit the mold of some of the really strong characters of this game. He'd be a really strong character. Or Teen is the correct nomenclature. Sandman is really a lot of fun to use. Very good survivability. Now, if I had just optimized them, give them, a really good ISO set. Oh, I'm reading your comments and I'm forgetting that I'm playing. Sorry. Oh, why did I do that? I just lost Sandman. Well, congrats on saving up for Magneto, or for Jean Grey. It took me about a month and a half to save up for that. Okay, so, I'm considering getting another biometrics pack, just because I'm almost done 6-starring. In a few months, I'll 6-star every other character besides the paywall, so I might as well just start with them sooner rather than later. And a lot of people have suggested, he even commented that Carnage is really good with ABX. He does get that invincibility with his skill once he tier 2s, which is really good. Wow, Tatiana just hanging in there. I'm gonna get rid of these guys. Silenced. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and end it here. 200. So the highest I've gotten in Alliance Battle Weekly is 2.3 million. That's because I've just recently unlocked Quicksilver, which gives me an extra 100k per week. But once I get 6-star Cable, because Cable's really good. I've heard people getting up to 700,000 in the Alliance Battle, and that is just phenomenal. Ooh, Spider Carnage. That would definitely be interesting. Nice. How do you get 2.5 million? So because I with Thanos, with every other character, I can get 100 over 100k in an ABX, but even with 100k ABX, it's interesting. With Thanos, I have a chain damage, Obelisk CPT of energy, so that does well with his Titan Beam. The 30% of chain hit damage. Oh, I was really, really lucky. Once I 6-starred Quicksilver, I went to ISO and I went to set bonus to auto change set, and I got Power of Angry Hulk on like the 3rd roll. It was just extremely lucky. Oh yeah, Wolverine did have the symbiote. You know who else had the symbiote? Everyone's favorite little guy right now. Or Baby Groot. Well, not Baby Groot. Groot had the symbiote. I am Groot. That iconic line with the symbiote. I am Groot. So that would be pretty cool, a Groot symbiote. He'd be able to heal constantly. He'd be meta again. For sure. 100%. And, a lot of people really, really want Deadpool because Cable's in here. So if they introduce Deadpool, they can give Cable a Deadpool uni. Yes, in the Space Knight series, that is absolutely correct. Yes, and as the Queen of Symbiotes, very well read on all of her symbiote lore and comics. So I'm just catching up with some of the comments. Oh, new story mode, yeah, definitely. Story modes. So Netmarble's definitely updating a lot of their content. So since there's extra space down here, I'm just gonna infer that later on they might add some even more game modes. Because cinematic battles, this is something new. This is something that no one really thought they would add. This was kind of a surprise. It's really good. You get rewards, just for having these characters. And this gives you gold. The best reward I've gotten so far, I don't know, just I guess a lot of gold and some. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Shock. What's up with Battle World? There hasn't been Battle World for the longest time. How am I supposed to get Singularity bios? I can't even get Singularity bios with Shadowland or Selector check-in biometrics. And it says only obtainable through Battle World. So, in your opinion, which one of the new unis is worth getting? Falcon, I would say he's, probably 3rd out of the 3. I think what I might just end up doing is get none. I was if you can imagine Shirok symbiote uni, that'd just break the game. That would just break the game. But I really liked Punisher's Daredevil Uni. And after watching season 1, I was so hyped for it, but now that they came out with this War Machine, I'm so confused. Like, why would they give Punisher War Machine's armor? Symbiote Nation. I actually had this conversation with a buddy of mine, maybe 8 or 9 weeks ago, about who had the Venom symbiote, and we were just talking for hours. Right, all the symbiotes should have some sort of team bonus. What's up with that? Has Miles Morales ever had the symbiote? I don't think so. Thanos symbiote. Well, there is a planet of the symbiotes. That might be Venom 2. Venom 2, Planet of the Symbiotes. But I think that planet, I don't know. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this, but I want to say there was an Iron Man symbiote at some point. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe I just forgot the symbiote. Deadpool had the symbiote. Can't believe I forgot that one. I just recalled it. Well, folks, I'm going to have to end the stream in a few minutes. I do have work tomorrow, but it's a relatively easy day. I've put in a lot of hours this week, so tomorrow is just kind of one of those days where I just have to do everything, but I'm definitely going to try to get into some, X-23. Nice. X-23 had the symbiote? I don't think I've read that issue. There's a really good channel on YouTube, Comics Explained. They explain a lot of what happens to different comic book characters. Yeah. Well, the symbiote itself wanted to be good. The symbiote was like, you know what? I'm gonna retire for a little while. I'm just gonna take a break from being a villain. I want to be useful to someone. And then Flash Thompson's like, look, I have no legs. Can you help me walk again? And the symbiote's like, all right, I'll help you out. And the government got involved, and there goes Agent Venom. Oh, and Agent Venom does make an appearance as an Easter egg additional uniform for Spider-Man in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And currently, right now in the comic books, I think Eddie Brock gets Venom back. Venom's been through a lot. The symbiote itself. It's been sold. It's been given. It's been in space. It's had a long journey. Maybe a Richie. Here's Richie Uni one day for Nova. Because Nova, and in parentheses, Sam Alexander, so they might have a different Nova in the future. Like Richie. Thanks everyone for watching. It's been a heck of a ride. I'm gonna maybe have some autoplay while I go to sleep tonight. Some co-op for sure. That way I can wake up to all this gold in the morning. Yeah, because it's hard. It's hard, going into war and experiencing all that stuff. He was kind of they just passed. If you live in the States, they just passed an executive order where all soldiers can now get proper treatment. And I like how Marvel explores these really important things that are happening, and they just find some way to bring it all together. Well, folks, thank you all for watching. It's been great. Oh yes, my screen brightness Yes. Well, I do have it charging right now. I just want to make it bright enough so that you can see. But if it's too bright, I'll go ahead and turn it down for next time. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the hints, tips, and tricks for watching. And Agent Anti-Venom. Wow. Oh, I thought the Anti-Venom, I think that was a limited series, and Anti-Venom ended up being destroyed at the end of that. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to go read that issue again, but that might have happened. Thank you all for watching. Shocker and Queen of the Symbiote, shout out to you for the chat. I want to, trust me. Sometimes I want. There have been times where I've sacrificed a little bit of sleep. I'm trying to sleep, but I'm just playing this game. It's so awesome. All right, guys. Have a good night.